Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I had another subject matter that I wanted to talk about on this podcast, but I decided not to because I realized, I said, man, it's February 29th. It's a leap year. And it's February, and I don't even think that I talked about Black History Month. I talked about Black History Month on my social media platforms and things like that, and I've been posting Black facts and figures and things, but I have not talked about it on the podcast, so I wanted to make sure that I did that, especially this year being a leap year too. I just want to kind of give a word of encouragement, because this is not going to be long at all. I'm actually rolled up in the bed and getting ready to go to sleep. But I felt like I just needed to get this out, because I feel like a lot of people, especially in the Black creator space, we often question when we have success. We often question when we make it to the next level, if we deserve to be there. That imposter syndrome tends to take us over. That self-sabotage and self-doubt, creeps in, and, if we feel like, do we measure up with everybody else? And I'll tell you this, I definitely have had a lot of self-doubt about where I am in my journey, as an entrepreneur, as a creator. I never really saw myself as a digital creator. I just recently embraced that phrase. I was introduced that way, in a conference, and I was like, whoa, digital creator, okay, So it's only very recently that I have embraced the digital creator, type title. But yeah, I've been creating digital content for, well over a decade now, if I really think about it. And I love it. There is another level that I want to go with my digital content, as far as visual, and that will definitely be coming down the pike very soon. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to invest in to make that stuff happen, and I'll talk more about that, at a later time. But yeah, digital creation is not easy. It's tedious. It's not so much that it's very tough. I don't think it's very tough, but I do know it's tedious and it's a lot of work. And when I challenge my clients to create digital content, they often huff and puff about it, because they feel like it's going to be so much work. And, it takes a bit of vulnerability to put yourself out there and to talk about what's in your mind and on your heart, and, speak about it, in a very candid way. And anybody who knows me knows I'm very straightforward, and I'm very candid about who I am, and I don't sugarcoat stuff. And I've been through things, and I've even shared a lot of personal things on this podcast, and because I'm a real person, you know what I'm saying? I get upset when things don't always happen the way I want them to. I get sad when there's something happening that hurts my spirit. I cry, I yell. I do all the things that normal people do. I know people will often meet me and say, oh, you just have such a, calm spirit, and, or they'll hear music that I play and they just think it's like Erykah Badu and snapping fingers and candles all day. And it's like, yeah, for the most part, they're not wrong. It is kind of like that. But I do have real feelings. I am a real person, and I do have self-doubt. And I just want to make sure that anybody who follows me understands that I am a real person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some super fly, person out here doing the thing. But even though Well, even though I'm out here doing the thing, I will say yes, I am out here doing the thing, but I have self-doubt. I always wonder if I'm doing the right thing. Am I moving my business in the direction that it needs to go? So I'm very adamant about supporting Black creators like myself because I know how important it is. I'm on several Patreons that I go out of my way to put aside my little $3 and $2 and $5 donations and things to people's Patreons. If you're not familiar with Patreon is a platform where a lot of creators have put together where you can get inside scoop on how they create and what they create and when they create and all of that, and it helps to supplement their sometimes to buy equipment that they need. If they're a podcaster, sometimes you need new microphones and new audio stuff and all that sort of thing. So it kind of helps to supplement their income to be able to do the things that they need to do for their business, and especially when it comes to equipment and paying staff. So yeah, I follow a lot of people, Black creators, and I definitely am part of a good bunch of Patreon folks. I have made the commitment to pledge whatever their dollar amount is. Some of them are as little as $2 a month, and I don't think that that's a lot of money, that I can, if that's going to help them get a new microphone for something that's going to make their particular podcast or film or whatever it is that they're doing better, then fine. I'm happy to support that. And I just love what is out here right now. I just want to just say thank you to all the Black creators for how hard you work and all of what you guys do for the public, and putting your talent out there and being unafraid, because it's not easy creating content and putting it out there for the masses to critique and rip apart and fold over and spread back out and drag. And I couldn't even tell you some of the emails that I get about certain podcast episodes that I thought were so innocent, but somebody saw something negative in it to say, and I'm just like, okay, you can't make everybody happy, but it does give me it actually makes me feel good that people are listening, even if you don't agree, and that's okay. But they're listening, and they're hearing what's going on. So, a stream is a stream, whether you're streaming me because you're angry and you just want to hear what I have to say so you can rebuttal, or if you're streaming because you're a supporter in a positive way. Listen, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Stream good, stream bad, it's all the same. So I appreciate it however it is, and I'm not afraid to have a conversation with people. And I would say 99.9% of the time when somebody's come with something negative, we were at least able to walk away from the table with respect, and that's always the name of the game, is to have respect. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out our Black creators during this Black History Month. Special Black History Month, because it's an extra day in there. We're in a leap year this year, and please support your Black creators. Support anybody out there that's really just creating their own content. We look at people like Issa Rae. You look at folks like Kevin and Melissa Fredericks. The Kevon Stage Studios and Tony Baker and Tahir Moore and Patrick Cloud, and I gotta even put Joshy Gons in there. You guys know he works with Kevon Stage, and people know him as Kevon Stage. These folks have really worked so hard to bring amazing content to us. And it really excites me to see how much all of these folks have grown, because I've been following them before they really became big on the scene, and now these folks are winning awards and they're appearing on shows, and it's just an amazing thing to see. And if me donating my $3 or $5 a month in somebody's Patreon or campaign or whatever like that is going to help them reach those positive goals, then that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, so happy Black History Month, you guys. It's a leap year. It's kind of an odd day. I don't always think about leap years that much, because what is it? Leap years, I think, are every 4 years, something like that. So, yeah, happy Black History Month, and support our Black creators. I don't want to leave out our brown creators either. Our Black and brown creators are so important. The African diaspora on a whole brings so much to the table. And we need to stop the self-doubt and stop the self-sabotage, because we deserve to be in all the spaces. Okay? Just never forget that. We deserve to be in all the positive spaces. All right, you guys. I will see you in... Can you believe it? Tomorrow is March. Oh my gosh. Okay. First quarter is almost done. First quarter of 2024 is almost done. Where are you with your goals? We're going to talk about that in the month of March. And March is also Women's History Month. So look out for new episodes of my podcast. We're going to do some special things for Women's History Month. And I will talk to you guys soon. If you want to follow me online, you can at Onyx Queen Media on Instagram. That's probably the only place you're really gonna find me. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.